Good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing? Welcome to my train room. Who have we got in the house tonight? Hi, Mark Hemmeldown. Anthony, the model train outsider. Hi, Christopher. Good to see you here. We keeping well? Hi, Flymo. Hot Dog Pilot Andy. Peter Jackson. Tom Couples and Tom Houston. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Welcome to the stream. Hope the picture and sound's coming through good. Hi, Valley 56. How are you doing? You might see I have my new engine going around, courtesy of Bernie over at Crossway Point Junction, the Deltic that I won. It arrived yesterday, and I put a chip in it today, and it's doing a mighty job going around there. Hi Lee, how you doing? So who's going to be entering the WWS competition then that was announced? I think I seen Mark Hemmeldown put something up for it. Hi Bernie, how you doing? I don't know if you heard me, but I got your Deltic arrived yesterday. I put a chip in it today and it's going around the layout there. Lovely. Hi Carl, how you doing? So tonight I thought we'd do some more work on the bench again. I got the tufts of grass I started last week, so I'm going to put some flowers on them. And also I need to make up some seafoam trees as well, so I thought I'd do that. Hi Jerry. Hi Brian, how you doing? Oh, thank you Bernie for holding the competition. It's something I don't have as a Deltic, and it's actually quite nice. It's a nice Backman model, both bogies driven, nice weight to it. It seems to run really well. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me, guys. Right, on with the tufts. So here they are from last week. Actually, those are ones I've done previously. I'll put them up there out of the way for a second. And those ones. There you can see them now, they're dry. And some, you can see they're slightly different colours. Hi Andy, how you doing? Hi Kieran. Oh, you're all coming in tonight. There must be nothing on the TV, is there? Right, so we're going to put some flowers on these. And what I've got in this little box is I have the Woodland Scenics flowers. So we've got orange, red, yellow and white. And then to complement that, we also have the WW Scenics. We have purple, red, yellow and pink. So I find the red and the purple on the WWS is a slightly bigger granule than the woodland ceiling. That's a bit finer, it's more powdery. Some scissors and some glue. So it's just PVA glue again. These little trays, really handy. I picked them up for £1, I think in Poundland or somewhere like that. Let's get just an old brush and get some kitchen towel. Really handy to have a big roll like this. Comes into Lidl every now and again. It's handy to have in the train shed or in your normal shed. Yeah, I'm going to mix up the colours on the tufts. I'm going to do that. So I'll make some just plain yellow and red seem to be my favourite. When I do the white tufts, they just don't look right. So what I might do is mix white and red and purple. Something sounds like it's derailed. Yeah, it has. Oh. Right, let's just sort this out. I really need to take these coaches off and give the wheels a good clean. Yeah, one of those things on my to-do list. And start it up again. And I'll just bring the speed down on that one a wee bit, because I think it's going a bit too fast. Right, everything going okay? Yep. Right, let's sit down here. So, the easiest way I do these is just cut them into strips. To one side. Get my kitchen paper. We'll do some yellow. Everybody see this all right, or do you want me to put it onto a single screen? Are you off, Lee? Okay, catch you again. Hi, Clive. How you doing? So, with the brush, all you got to do is just go over the tuff, a little bit of glue. This is just PVA, because remember PVA drives clear. So it's, one thing I have to mention, and thanks to everyone who got in touch with me when they heard about the explosion in Donegal last week. I was very touched that everybody got in touch, one, to see if I was okay, and, you know, say how sorry they were. And it was, my phone kept pinging all last weekend with people just checking in. So thanks everybody for that. It was a terrible tragedy that happened. The funerals are going on all this week, and it's just devastating for that area. I know the area quite well because I have worked up there in the past. And it was just devastating. So thanks to everyone who got in touch and sent on their best wishes. Hi, the Irish train guy. How you doing? Yeah, it was awful, Brian. It was totally. I mean, that in a lot of these small towns we have here in Donegal, you have the petrol station is the hub of life because it's a local shop. It's the post office. But this one, there was flats above it. There was a hairdresser's there, and it happened at the worst time, just as kids were finishing on Friday, probably going in there for a treat, get some sweets and ice cream. They still haven't we're still investigating what happened, but yes, it wasn't very nice. So as I said for these, you just go over them with a little bit of glue. And turn them upside down, dipping them in a little pile of the scatter. Just press down gently, shaking off the excess. And there you have some flowers. So let's cut a strip off and let's try and do one with two colours on it. See how it looks. So I'm just going to cut these off individually just so we can try it. So we've got some yellow there. So the thing about using this paper is you can use the paper to put it back into a pile, and also you can use the paper to put it back in the bottle with the bits that you don't use. So we'll put some red on this other sheet. So we take the tuft and we only do part of it, so we'll do that side. And then we'll do the other side. Shake off the excess because we don't really want the... That actually looks quite effective. Thank you, Irish train guy. Yeah, I'll be doing an update on this in a couple of weeks on what's happening with it. Hi Leslie, how you doing? So, shall we get another sheet? And shall we try for 3 colours? It was only, I seen Tufts, I think it was, might be in Scale Model Scenery who were selling them with different colours on it, and I thought, why haven't I done that before? Such a simple idea, it just never ever occurred to me. Always just making, oops. So let's get some white. Let's try it with another tuft. Of course, the problem with doing this is that you could end up mixing all your colours together. But I think with a little bit of care, it should be okay. There you go. What do you think of that? Actually looks quite effective, I think. Yeah, Peter, that's an idea, but I'm just wondering, it might be too mixed, because you usually find in the wild that you have like a clump of clover and then maybe a clump of daisies. You don't usually have them growing in between each other, so it mightn't look right. Right, so I'll carry on, and I'm going to make a few more guys. So I'm just going to do some single colours to start off with. So it's just taking the tufts, putting a little smear of glue over them. You're not pushing down too hard because you don't want to take away the static grass effect, and then it's just dip it and shake. Shake off the excess, and there we got some red ones. So I'm just making a load of these now because I need them for the layout I'm doing in the Pedigo layout, which I'm painting the rocks at the moment and doing that bit of scenic, and it is taking me a very long time to do it. I was hoping to have it done this week, so I'd have the video out for you on tomorrow, but it's just taking a long time because I'm trying to go in and do it sort of in the afternoons when I got some time, because recently it's just been too cold to go in there in the evenings. It's dropping to about 7-8 degrees in the evenings, and it's just, you can wrap up fine against it, but it's when you're using your hands, it just doesn't work very well. We'll do some white now. And there's the white. Now to me, the white doesn't look as effective as the other colours. Hi Tim, how you doing? Tim, I'm loving your videos that are coming out at the moment. They're just really, really good. You seem to have a real sort of pep in your step doing them. They're really good videos. You're now 3 videos ahead. I think I'm about 3 videos behind, because I've I've to finish off the rock face and do all that. Then I've got a simple shuttle I'm putting in, and then a video for a shuttle controller of points that I'm putting in. I just can't get it. Oh, 2 double slips, Brian. Are you putting point motors on them? Because the trick with double slips is just treat them as 2 points. Alright, let's go for 50-50 on these. Right, there's a bit of yellow, and we'll go for a bit of red as well. It's around here now. Fields are mostly full of buttercups during the summer, so it would be a lot of yellow. Don't really, although I like the yellow and red together, I don't actually have many red flowers here. You wouldn't find poppies being a sort of meadow flower here. Here we go. Some red and yellow. Right, I think that's probably enough flowers done for now, because I want to keep just the normal grass tufts. What I will do, I'll show you what I do. So what I've got in here is some long strands of grass. This is from Woodland Scenics. It's this stuff here. And what I do is I glue the ends together, put them in a peg just to hold them in place. And I trim them down a bit, which you got to remember. So something like that. And I dip it in the glue. And then I stick it in the middle of the grass. And I let it dry. So you have it sticking out like that. And a little bit of glue. I should have done it the other way around. That's the normal way I do it. Just a little bit of glue on the end. Put it in the colour. Stick it in the grass. So now it sticks out as a tall flower. Now purple's best for doing it because then it makes it look like foxgloves. Hi Digger, how you doing? Hi to anybody else I've missed while I've been doing this. Right, so I'll leave them over here now to dry. Tidy up a bit, and then we'll start looking at making some seafoam trees and bushes, as I need plenty of them for the rock face. What am I using for colour? I've got the colour I'm using it's the WWS flower pack and also the Woodland Scenic flower pack. So the Woodland Scenic comes in, there's 4 colours there: orange, yellow, white and red. And then the WWS one comes in red, yellow, purple and pink. As I say, I find in these packs the red and the purple are just a bigger granule. The yellow and pink are finer, and I think the Woodland Scenic stuff is finer again. So as I said, we're using these sheets. You can just pour your unused bit back into the bottle. And I just found using these spice jars, it's just a handy way of keeping them because they come in little packets, and although they've got little plastic seals on them, they don't always close up as well. Hi Nick, how's it going? Yeah, I breached the 2K subs there a couple of weeks ago. Of course, done the usual, breached the 2,000, my family spotted it and all unsubscribed, took me back down on below 2,000 again. But I'm up above it now. Right, there's that stuff back. Let's put these colourful tufts up. Yeah, I had somebody spot me in the grey wagon yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? I was doing some filming. They couldn't see the camera, so they just thought I was going mad in there talking to myself. Yeah, I did think about using spices, real spices, and I thought that yeah, they would probably fade over time. Hi Ricardo, how you doing? Yeah, I've noticed the sub numbers seem to be picking up again, but I think it's because we're getting into the winter and more people are watching YouTube because it's getting, like, I was coming out here this evening and it was more or less dark at 7:30. Alright, seafoam trees. Let's take some out of the box, see what they look like. I'm never looking for perfect trees, because perfect trees only exist in gardens, not in the real world. So if they're bent and leaning and broken, all the better. Right, let's just do that little lot for now. So it's the usual, go around, pick off any leaves or seed pods or anything that's on there. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I haven't mastered the ability to do something and talk at the same time yet. So I was just tidying these up, taking any loose bits off. As I say, as long as they're a rough tree shape. Oh, that's got a lot of... Now these ones I'm not going to spray brown. I'm just going to use the bare colour, because I mean it's got a sort of that silvery sort of grey look, so it can look more like ash trees and that sort of thing that's got a lighter bark. Some of them I do spray brown, just for a different look. Sea foam is a plant. I think it's a desert plant. And take it and dry it out. You can buy seeds for it online. I don't know anybody who's actually grown it. I'm sure there was one YouTuber who said he was going to grow it, but I don't know how they got on. Oh, last Sunday I got a ride on Donegal Rail Car 18 at Fintown. I was with somebody and we were looking at the old Bordnamona railway 2-foot gauge that ran in Glenties in Donegal. And we happened to call into Fintown because we thought it was closed for the winter, and somebody was there. We got chatting. They said, "Oh yeah, they're open on Sunday because they have a film crew coming, because they were filming something to do with unusual tourist destinations." So they were filming on the train, so we got a ride on the train. They wanted some extras to stand in the background. And in the end up, a couple of families turned up and I didn't get on the movie, on the film anyway, but I still got a ride though. Yeah, Fintown, Brian, one end though. Yeah, Chiltern seeds, I've used them before. They are the cheapest place for seeds. Yeah, and I was just cleaning up there, and there obviously was a load of seed from it, so I might gather some of these up and put them on some wet tissue and see if they sprout. Oh, was it you, Clive, that I seen done a video on it that you or mentioned sometime you were going to grow your own? Well, it's thin tine with one end. Right, where is everything else? I got all this stuff out ready earlier, so I've got some mixed green. This is Woodland Scenic. And then I've got some of these Nock Gauge Master leaves. So, ooh, almost dropped them. That would have been a disaster. I'm not going to say that, Clive, because if that YouTube picks that word up, that'll be me gone. Right, what am I doing? Seafoam trees. So, to make my trees, I use cheapo hairspray. This is from Lidl. Normally I would say wear gloves, but I haven't got any. So just give it a spray away from all of this, because you don't want to spray in this, blasting it and gluing it and sticking it everywhere. And then just sprinkle, hold it upside down, sprinkle it on, sprinkle it from the top. Give it a shake off. And there's the first layer. It does look quite effective. And then give it another spray. And then, if you want, give it a little sprinkle of the other leaves. It gives it a little bit more body, a little bit more colour. There you can see it. So again, with the variations of the colours, especially these leaves, because they're light leaves where they're a lighter green on one side than the other, which is the way leaves actually are. And then I just have a piece of old Celotex. Pierce a hole in it, stick the tree in. Now, what I do to seal all that in is I use some of the static grass spray. I'm not going to spray that in here. I'm going to make all these, and then after the stream I'll spray them all outside, because it's quite pungent, that stuff. I don't want to be sitting here getting high. But also we can add a little bit of colour to that. Now, do you know what? I will use the WWS one, because they're a little bit bigger. Again, put some on a little bit of paper. So we'll take the tree, again, hairspray, and then sprinkle on from a height. And there you got some red now, and that could be berries or apples or flowers, whatever you want. So I'll just give it another blast of hairspray just to fix it. Now the hairspray does wear off, so that's why I use the layering spray, the scenic layering spray. Now I always like to make these with the red on it as yew trees to put in churchyards, because traditionally that's what you would find in churchyards, is the yew tree. So say because it was poisonous to cows, so they wouldn't go into the graveyard because there was yew trees in it. Don't know how true that is, but there's like a bit of sleeper in there. So put it on from the top down and from the bottom up. Shake it off. There you go. So what I mean about, it looks like a tree. It's not a perfectly ornate shaped tree. It's like a tree you'd find out in the wild. There you go. The only thing about doing this method is, if you look really closely, you can see some of it is stuck to what would be the trunk or the branches of the tree, but if you're going to be picky about that, then, well, oh, thanks Tim, thanks for helping on that, getting rid of those. Oh, they thought it wore away evil spirits. I just picked up the brush that had glue on it then to make the hole, not realising I got glue all over my hands. Hi H&H Express Models. How you doing? Oh, Mystic John, how you doing? Good to see you. Don't forget that like button for me, guys. Also with these, you just want to pick off anything that's sticking out from the bottom, just so you have, you know, a relatively shaped tree. Alright, so I'm just going to carry on and do this. What are we doing for time? Oh, it's 8:15 already. Bernie is on at 8:30 after me, so if you're not familiar with his channel, any of you guys, could one of the mods stick his channel up if you want to go over there. I don't know, is he still in the chat? Have you got anything planned for tonight, Bernie? Where's that skewer I had, instead of picking up that brush, getting paint all over myself, or glue all over myself again. See, I don't necessarily want trees that stand up straight. You know, they're windswept, they're going to be on the top of this cliff face, they're going to be windswept. Pick off all the seed pods off that. There we go. I mean, that looks pretty windswept. So if I line it up with all these, the ones that are all leaning the same way, it just looks like, right, that's the way the predominant wind blows. And when I go to put them in place, then I'll trim these as needed to put them in. So the little bits like this that you pull off, you want to do them as well, because they make great little bushes. Like that. If we put a little sprinkle a bit of red on there, a few berries. Yeah, it can be a little holly bush, something like that. It's just while my missus knows where I am, because if I went home stinking of hairspray, she'd be like, what have you been at? Just break that bit off the top. Let me just have a look at the chat. Hi Leamington, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while, hope you're keeping well. Hi Ewan, how you doing? Well, everybody's coming in tonight. So hopefully you'll see all these trees, that's broken, on the layout. Now, I'm not going to use the knock leaves on every one of them, because otherwise they all start looking the same. But I want to put a bit of the yellow out as well, because I'm going to use some of the little these little bits here. I do them. And put some yellow on them. Then that looks like a bit of gorse. or as we call them in Ireland, a wind bush. Might have put a little bit too much yellow on that, but for some of it will drop off. How are we doing for time? Yeah, it's good to have everyone here. If someone's on the stream who I haven't said hello to, I'm sorry if I missed your comment, but hello. Welcome to the stream. If you're new here and you're lurking in the background wondering what on earth is going on here, I'm just making some trees for my layout using sea foam and some green scatter. So you can see some of the trees now, along with the little cut off bits for bushes. I mean, sea foam is great for making trees. It's just like a box of it. I think this box was about a tenner, I think. And like I haven't even used half of it yet. I see all the puns are coming out now, guys. Keep them coming. Yeah, so if you are lurking in the background, do think of subscribing so you can see more of this as I build various layouts. I have a load of videos in my sort of back catalogue, if you like. I'm doing stuff like this. And I think almost everybody in the chat here has videos doing the same sort of stuff as well. But as you can see, they're so quick and easy to make. Like, well, I'm going half an hour here. I've got about 10 trees or so done. There's a little scraggly bit. I'll make a bush. And this is the sort of thing you can do with kids, because quite often I do this when we have kids events on in the railway, because it's something quick and easy, and it's something the kid can take home. Or what we can do is we take the tree and we put it on the layout and say, right, well, that's where your tree is on the layout. So then they come back to keep an eye on their tree and bring their family, and it brings more people into the museum. As I say, it's something quick and easy to do. Starting to run out of room on this bit of foam. So I'm doing all the little bits I've broken off now just to make little bushes. Let's put some red on this one. There we go. Ooh. Hi Charlie, how you doing? You still on holiday? You still around Europe somewhere? Right, I'm going to call it a day now in a minute, guys. So there's a final look at the few trees I've made. You can see that's just using seafoam, hairspray, some woodland scenic scatter, some knock leaves, and some of the flower things from Woodland Scenic and WWS. So, call it a day now, so we can all get over, see what Bernie's up to. That's Bernie over at Crossways Point Junction Railway. So pop over there now. I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Back again next Thursday. We'll be having hopefully maybe another make and do session in here, doing some bits and pieces. I'm hoping at the weekend to get the scenics on the Pedigo layout finished if I can. Although I know her indoors has a few jobs lined up for me. So thanks for tuning in tonight, guys, and I'll see hopefully most of you over at Bernie's stream. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you next week.